An eighth 21 Pilots album is about to hit the discography. While there's some underlying themes per album and some production choices that are like specific for an album, a lot of songs could be placed on other albums. So today, I'm going to go over 10 songs that I think are on the quote-unquote wrong album. I don't mean much by this, I just think it would be a cool experiment to maybe think about songs that could fit on other albums. I think where the songs are now are perfect, and I would never change that, but this is just a fun thought experiment. Let me know if you have any thoughts in the comments down below, anything I missed, anything that I'm completely wrong about, and without further ado, let's just get into this with the first one. Scaled and Icy came right after Trench and was a huge 180 from the sound that Trench offered, but Scaled and Icy's last track, Redecorate, definitely sounds like a Trench song. There's a few reasons for this. The lyrics definitely hit in a way that a lot of Trench lyrics do. It's written in the same sort of style, unlike the other Scaled and Icy songs, which Tyler himself said that he was trying to write those songs more simple. Redecorate is also the only Paul Meany produced track from Scaled and Icy, which, if you don't know, he produced every single Trench song. It's got that darker feel to it, it's got those darker lyrics, and overall it just sounds like something that would be on Trench, especially if you take into account that this could be a Clancy letter. The second one I got here is Midwest Indigo being on Scaled and Icy. I know a lot of people say that this sounds like an updated Vessel song because of the synths and because of the overall feeling of just not feeling like you're in the right headspace or in the right area. But hear me out, Scaled and Icy literally has icy in the name and has a very poppy feel to it. Midwest Indigo, while still sounding like 21 Pilots, is very light, and it's a lot lighter compared to the other Clancy songs, and I don't think it really fits because there's literally like fire on the Clancy album cover. So this has always felt out of place for me. And if you put it on Scaled and Icy, it's still a song about Ohio, and it's still a song about Tyler's life, but at the same time, you can relate it to feeling so cold in Dima. You can relate it to the propaganda. And like I said, it has that icy feel to it. As well as the synths, you know, it does have sort of more of a Vessel feel than a Scaled and Icy feel in terms of the instrumentation. But I think, you know, Choker kind of has a little bit of a Vessel feel to it as well, even though it's on Scaled and Icy, so I think it would work on it. Next one is kind of cheating. I put Anathema on Vessel. I know that technically Regional at Best is just pre-Vessel, and a lot of songs that were on Regional at Best went to Vessel anyway. But I think with its lyrical content being about sleep and being about staying awake, this fits perfectly into the Vessel nighttime death theme. And overall, even though I don't really like this song, I feel like it would be pretty good if it was updated for Vessel and didn't really have that loud, explosive ending, which just kind of hurts my ears. Next one, again, kind of cheating. It's not from a 21 Pilots album, but I want to put Drown on Self-Titled. I think it fits in perfectly. He's, again, talking to God like he is in most of the Self-Titled songs. And even though there's that verse from Fall Away in here, I feel like Fall Away could still exist with a different verse in its place than the one that's in Drown. And if Drown was updated to have better production and better vocals, it would be stellar. I mean, in my opinion, Drown is a 10 out of 10 song. It would be one of my favorite 21 Pilots songs if it was a part of their discography and not just Tyler's. But overall, I think it fits right into Self-Titled, and maybe, you know, take out Johnny Boy, put Drown. Next up is going to be kind of a weird one. I want to put Oldie Station on Vessel. I know the lyrics don't make sense with his kids, but hear me out. If you take that part out of it or just disregard it and maybe like say it's about something else, Oldie Station with the uke and with the drums sounds like a very Vessel-y synth track. He's talking about his life. He's going over family stuff like he does on something like House of Gold or The Run and Go when he's talking to his mom and dad respectively. And I just think that overall this would fit in very nice with the themes of Vessel. It would be good lower on the track list, like maybe at screens placement or something like that. And yeah, I don't know, this one might be my like hottest take out of all of them, but I think it would fit in very well on Vessel. No Chances From the moment I heard it, it sounds like an updated Blurryface song. I mean, it's got those darker tones to it. It has the Bishop's voices. It has that rap cadence to it. And it overall feels dark while also kind of having a poppy chorus. I know it works on Skilled and Icy because it's like that light chorus getting corrupted by the Bishops, and we were more into the lore at that point. But overall, No Chance's darkness isn't enough to feel like it would be on Trench because of the sort of style to the darkness, since it's a little more poppy. So it'd be like perfect to fit in Blurryface because Blurryface is like dark pop. Vignette, I've said this, sounds like Clancy's Morph. Don't know if that makes any sense to anybody else. Makes sense to me with the falsetto, with sort of the instrumentation to it and the rapping. I think Vignette would slide perfectly into Trench. He's talking about the vignette, while obviously that's about addiction in the real world. I think it's about the Blurryface paint kind of consuming him in a circle, and it would just be perfect fitting on here. Once again, it's produced by Paul Meany, which makes a lot of sense, and it's got those vulture noises which are present in a lot of the Trench songs, so I think it just makes sense being here. Then I've got Legend, going from Trench to Vessel. Again, a ukulele song about a family member, especially when it's the family member that's on the album cover. While it may not line up timeline-wise, just makes a lot of sense and fits in with the Vessel themes pretty well. Vessel is all about nighttime and death, and pretty much all the songs have sad undertones where, you know, it's a contradiction because of how happy it sounds. And overall, Legend just feels like it fits on Vessel more than it would anywhere else. When I first heard At the Risk of Feeling Dumb, it gave me very heavy, mature Blurryface vibes. So I decided to put At the Risk of Feeling Dumb on Blurryface for this. I feel like that makes the most sense. It's got better production than a lot of Blurryface and better lyrics, but, you know, a lot of Blurryface lyrics are sort of battling with your inner demons. And while this is about checking in on a friend, it's also how Tyler doesn't want a friend to check in on him. So I think it fits well in that regard, and it just sonically sounds a little bit Blurryface-esque. And last but certainly not least, this is one that was like kind of a shoo-in. Not sure if this is exactly right, but I'm putting The Contract on Vessel, mainly because of all the themes, again, of sleeping and nighttime, and Tyler saying, you know, he can't sleep. How do you know that? While obviously the song has to do about the lore a lot, it doesn't have to be just related to that, and the synths give me heavy, heavy Vessel vibes and even kind of regional at best vibes, but produced well. So that's why I put The Contract on Vessel for this. But that's just my little experiment, putting certain songs on certain albums. Once again, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there's anything that I missed. I kind of wanted to put Routines in the Night on Blurryface as well, but I didn't want to do too many Clancy songs because I already put a lot on here. So yeah, thanks for tuning into this one, and I will see you guys in the next one.
I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet.